sky. Hold on to your breath, hold on to your heart, hold on to your home. March up to the gate and bid it open.
Okay guys, welcome back to my studio. It's Ronald Suchiu again, and the last video I had, I showed you a bunch of circles on this canvas, and I said to look for some objects and images that were showing up, and if you look dead center right now, there's a dull, dark spot in there. That's the eye of what I see to be a bird, a very, actually quite a realistic bird. Here I'm going to outline the shape of it a bit. And it's not actually for the video's sake, it's because I really wanted to have a little bit more break between the background and the bird's coloration, because this is going to be, the bird is actually wearing a gold helmet, and don't ask me why. It's basically, I'm using my subconscious to just give me a gut feeling as to what should happen in this painting. As I went along with the painting of the bird here, I actually started understanding it in my soul to be the beginning of flight, the original mystery of flight for humanity, and you'll see as it goes. And this is a surrealistic painting, so it's kind of neat because to me it's almost a dream in the making. And you know, like I did the one painting called Evolution of a Dream. This painting evolves in front of me just as it's evolving in front of you. And the way for any artists that are watching, gold is one of these metal things. You know, some people have a lot of trouble understanding chrome, and I'm sure a lot of you do understand how to do it. Gold has a bit of there's almost like a softness to it, to the color. And the way I got this to work out for me is to, I went online and I found a golden skull that looked like a ring or something. But I actually found several different ones. And there was an actual skull of a bird that was done in gold. So really, the highlights that are happening here are my highlights on my piece of art that have never existed before. But when you look at all of the small details in a photograph of a gold object, you can actually find where the highlights should go. And you'll see as it goes along, this doesn't look very much like gold right at the moment, but it does start to look more and more like gold. And if you look behind it, the bird seems to have a body, and it's not meant to be just the helmet or the mask on the bird, but the bird will actually be a full bird wearing a mask, and it's kind of this creature that's able to travel through space, I guess, space and time. So anyway, highlighted up, there we go right now, and these brush strokes are, I'm actually trying to get a little bit more definition in between the background and the foreground. And you still see the big circles there. Those circles were done by Dan Aykroyd himself, and I know what's going to happen with them. That's going to be in the next video, or the one after if I can't get through it in the next one. But we're trying to get through this painting, again, in 3 or 4 videos. This is the 3rd video, so I got to really push it to get at it. Now, I love the colors of red, and Dan had mentioned about bright colors in here. The surreal piece doesn't get to the point where it has an abstract-y coloration. I like to have the deep, warm colors of something that's real put into my abstract-y type or surreal pieces. So it moves along quickly. There's the proportions here are not meant to be super accurate. That's what I love about this type of painting, the surreal pieces. If you were dreaming, you're not going to dream in perfect detail. And I think that that's really what I want these paintings to always end up, to me, be more dreamlike. And also to allow you to tell the story. You know, the bird seems to be sitting behind something right now, and I will add something to that. But, you know, I want you to actually make up the story. It's kind of, you know what, it'd be kind of cool in the comments is, you know, make up a little story. So we had a person the other day did pick out a few really neat clues of images that were showing up in the piece, in the rough background that I did. So anyway, there we go, just putting some feathers in here. You know, also, I found a lot of artists like to go into extreme detail, and people that walk up to my paintings are always impressed, it seems, with the amount of detail I put in. But one thing, you know, when we go back to this magic of art and the Wizard of Art, the part of the magic is the fact that your mind does a lot for me. It does a lot of the work that you think I'm doing. And oh, look at that eye that's just glowing there. That's kind of cool. This guy's good. Anyway, just joking. But anyway, when I put brush strokes in, the brush strokes are kind of rough. That bird is really not highly detailed, but you will look at it yourself, and you've heard me mention your mind's eye. Your mind's eye will actually complete a lot of this painting for me, so I don't have to go. And actually, if I really went into it really detailed, I saw a horse artist at one of the events in Toronto one time, and that equine artist or horse artist had every piece of mane, the fur of the mane. The face was wet, so there was like every brush stroke was a strand of hair. Oh, here we go. And I don't think that's that necessary. So there's something that's happening right here that we'll get into later, and we're going to end off this video this quickly. I guess it is. And until next time, you'll start to see some really big changes in the next one. The upper corner, I said before, that wasn't done very much. I'm going to actually be getting at that. So anyway, thanks for coming by again and watching this. See you later, guys. Take care.
Easy, Skippy.